Hey, this is Dallas Green and you're watching SCSU TV.
Someone come and save my life.
So,
Hi,
how have you been?
I'm okay.
How's tour been?
It's been good. It's been long, but it's been good.
Yeah, you're nearing the end of it, right?
Almost, yeah.
So what are you gonna do after this, before your next one?
I'm gonna sit down on
Time
my
to relax.
couch.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What else?
that's it. Yeah. I'm gonna sleep in my bed, in my own bed. And I'm gonna wake up and sit back on my couch.
Are those things that you definitely miss while being out on the road?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't do a lot anyways in between touring. Like, I just kind of. So those are the things I look forward to. Is just
Yeah.
doing nothing.
What's the most memorable?
About the tour?
Yeah.
I think just every night has been memorable because it's been like my first like real full U.S. tour under like City and Color or whatever, and just the surprise every night of how many people are coming to the shows and singing along and who are like so many people are interested in these songs
Yeah.
that it's crazy to me, you know.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know that I've got like 3 records now and I've been doing it for a long time, but to be playing for the first time in a lot of these cities it's been like, yeah, it's been super memorable.
So is it kind of surprising to you how many people are coming out to the shows and know your lyrics?
Yeah. Because, I mean, especially nowadays, you can't really judge how many people listen to you based on how many records you've sold, you know?
Yep.
And that's a lot of that is sort of what I had to go on with my touring in America and a lot of places in the world because I had never really gone and had a chance to go and play in a lot of places. So I started with just look at how many people have bought the record and think, well, that's pretty cool. But this tour definitely has shown me that the internet means a lot more than how many people are buying your CD.
Yeah. So what about the new album? How do you feel about it? It's kind of a change since your last stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. And I think that it's a change because, you know, a lot of people have like a preconceived notion of what a City and Color song should be. You know, a lot of people just think it should be me and a guitar, but because the first record is that, it doesn't mean it's what I planned it to be and what I planned on it staying as, you know?
Yeah.
I never thought that it would be anything. I didn't think there would be a second City and Color record in the first place.
Why?
Well, because that first record wasn't supposed to really even be anything. It was just a collection of songs I had. And to me, it's not even like a record. It's just like a collection of songs I had that I'd written all my life. Like, whereas I think Bring Me Your Love is like, to me, I look at that like my first City and Color record because it was a span of time that I took to write songs for an actual record, you know?
Yeah.
And Little Hell is like, I took time to actually write for a record, whereas sometimes it's just a bunch of songs.
What were you aiming towards with Little Help, lyrically?
Well, lyrically, I always just write about what's going on in my life, you know? I don't really sit and think, okay, this is what this record's going to be about, or, you know, I'm going to do this. It's just sort of whatever I start to write down. And musically, I think I just wanted to, I think subconsciously I wanted everyone to stop talking about the two sides of me. Like, the last 5-6 years since I've been doing City and Color, everyone's been just trying to like say that there's loud, aggressive Dallas and this Alex on Fire, and there's the quiet, sensitive side of Dallas. And it's like, that's not the way it is. Like, I am me and I like different styles of music, and as a songwriter, you just sometimes get inspired to write different types of music. And I think with this record, I wanted it to be like all over the place in a way. Like, you know, if I wanted it just to be me and a guitar, then I was going to do that. And if I heard a full band sound in my head, then I was going to do that too. You know, and I wasn't going to just worry about what people thought about it. Because I thought that I could achieve all of those things, but still make the record sound like me. And I think that's what.
I think
that's what it does.
That's
yeah.
very good. Let's see. What's your favorite song to play live?
From the new record?
Yeah.
Sorrowing Man.
Why?
Well, because it's one of my favorite songs that I've written, and also live we've sort of like really turned it into this like super epic song.
Stoked to hear it later.
Yeah, it's like, because I already think it's pretty heavy on the record, like with the organ and stuff. But live, we've just brought it to like this whole new level. And that's what my favorite part about playing live is not just having a recreation of the record, like having the live show be its own moment, you know, like where people can come and say, I love the record, but hearing it live is a completely different thing, and I like it just as much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially nowadays too, where there's so many bands that are just like, they just hit play, and they play along the tracks and sequencing and vocal tracks and all, you know what I mean? It's like there's so much studio trickery that they have to figure out how to do it live, whereas when we play, it's just like a whole another extension of what the song can be.
That's great. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's really cool.
And I think that's what live music should be, you know?
Yeah.
Or at least the music that we're doing. I'm fine with, you know, the Black Eyed Peas hitting play and
Black Eyed Peas.
just lip syncing the entire show.
Ugh.
But that's what that is. So it's not. That stuff's more about entertainment than it is about the music at this point, you know.
But you guys are entertaining too, so it kind
Yeah,
of
but I think it reaches a certain level, and it becomes something else. Like that's why I think like all these bands like Black Eyed Peas and Lady Gaga and Taylor Swift and all this stuff, like they have these live shows that involve like costume changes and scenes and actors and lasers and this and that, and it's like almost like they've lost faith in their songs, you know?
I think that's why people gravitate towards you guys
Yeah.
and coming
Well,
out
no,
to
I
shows
don't know
that-
about that, but I don't ever want to lose faith in the song. You know, I want the show to still be about the song. I don't want it to be about how cool the lights are. Or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, but I think there's a time and place for all that other stuff too. And it's just not what I'm interested in.
Yeah. So what's the recording process for you like?
Well, it's different. I mean, it was different this time because we did it on tape,
Okay.
which is like, you know, no computers
Yeah.
at all. So you have to really just like, it's like the old way, like just play it. And if you don't play it well, you got to do it again. You can't just fix it with the computer or. So that was awesome.
What made you choose doing it that way?
I wanted to do it at least one time before maybe that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
And I thought that the songs that I had written, I thought they would just benefit from that warmth that I think tape can provide, you know? And it goes back to the same thing I just said. Like, I think it depends on the band and the music. Like, it's a very organic process. It's a very natural process. Like, you literally, you know, we recorded in this old converted church, which doesn't have any control rooms or sound like proof booths or anything like that. So you just literally set up in the middle of the church and you start playing, and that's it, you know. And it's a great way to make music, or at least the songs I ever written. Like, it was a great way to record them, you know, because it made me feel. I wanted them to sound and feel like you were there with us, you know. I wanted it to be like that. I want it to be as natural as possible because I just think that's the way the song should be portrayed.
Was that part of your reason for choosing the church as location?
Well, I recorded Bring Me Your Love there as well, and it's just a beautiful place to make music. It's got such a cool vibe, and my friend Dan Aiken, who had owned the studio and who made Bring Me Your Love with me, he had passed away a couple years ago, and I think that part of me just wanted to go back there to sort of, you know, pay my respects to him.
Yeah.
And to what he had built in that studio, and I thought if I could help keep it open one more day just by making a record there, then I felt like it was the responsible thing to do.
Have you been thinking about any other songs or anything coming up for another album? I know you just put this one out.
Yeah. I've got a couple of songs left over that I didn't necessarily, not that I didn't like them, I just didn't finish them in time to put them on the record. Like, I'd finished them, but sometimes when you go in and you record songs, like, they're just not there yet, or at least that's the way I look at it, you know. So I've got those that I'm gonna try and they always end up coming out, like you know, for instance, like the last song on Little Hell Hope for Now was it was a different song, and I had recorded it for Bring Me Your Love, and it just didn't work, and I took it back and I rewrote it until it became what it is now, and it's my favorite song on the record. So there's a couple of songs like that, and then I've written about 2 or 3 new ones, and then I've got pieces and fragments of lots of new songs. So I don't think I'm gonna make a new record anytime soon, just because
Yeah.
not only did this record just come out, but I also like there's so many places I'm going on to tour that as much as I'm touring on this new record, I'm also kind of touring for all 3 records because places I've never played before, you know?
Yeah.
So I kind of, now that I'm just doing this, I have all these places to go and see and people to play for. So
Yeah. What are some places that have been memorable for you?
going to Australia this year, like I'd been there 6 times with Alexis on Fire, but I'd never been there to play really with City and Color. And every time I'd been there, the kids were so awesome, and they were always so interested in City and Color and asked me to come play, and we get a lot of emails from there and stuff. And being able to go there and play those songs for those kids was
Wow.
being able to go there and play for those kids was just such a remarkable experience. Like I think like if you can go there and build a relationship with those kids, they will love you forever, because I think they feel like not a lot of people make the effort to go over to Australia because it's so far away. And sometimes bands will go there once in their career, maybe twice.
Yeah.
But I guess because Alexis had been there 6 times, and that was like my 7th time being there, like I just feel this like weird relationship with those kids there that I don't feel anywhere else. I mean, even Canada, as much as my home and I love it and I love being there and playing there, I just feel some special connection with the people in Australia. I don't know what it
That's
is.
really cool though.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
but I love playing everywhere, because like a lot of people will ask you like what are the differences in kids or fans in all the different places in the world, and I always say that during the show everybody's the same, you know.
Yeah.
At least for the music I'm playing, like people come and they sing along, and it's an experience. It's not, you know, maybe when I'm talking to them afterwards, their accents are different or they're dressed a little different than certain people, but I like to think that, as cheesy as it is to say, the music is super universal, you know. And yeah, I mean, everywhere I play lately has been, like I said, awesome and memorable, and just lucky that people are interested in what I'm doing.